Well, you are catching the last bits of practice here at South Boston Speedway as we get ready for the Barrington Automotive 100. The Super Late models are off track getting ready for tonight. Two more events on the Seekonk Speedway iRacing Road Trip Tour for 21 is left on the season. It'll be March 25th and April 22nd. The final two events on our schedule for 2021 before hopefully the big season kicks off at the local racetracks here in southern New England. Barrington Automotive brings us tonight's event. They are located in Barrington, Rhode Island. They're family owned and operated and have been servicing the Bay Area since 1999. They service all makes and models from state inspections to computer diagnostics to big engine repairs and more. And you can visit them for more information. You can find them on Facebook, find them online, and make sure that your vehicle is in top running condition thanks to the folks at Barrington Automotive. 26 cars on the grid for tonight. And let's give you the qualifying winners. We had in the first heat, Tyler Clare picking up the extra bonus from Watermark Electric. PJ Evans picked up the second qualifier, and Tyler Alkis picked up the third qualifier here this evening. So a big thanks going out to Watermark Electric, powering up heat winners on the road trip tour, and each winner getting a $4 reward. And that's a cash money award. It's not fake money that these guys are getting. So we only have 3 events left on the schedule, including tonight. And let's take a look at the championship standings. Ryan Kuhn holding a 14-point advantage coming into tonight. He's got a couple of wins already. Tom Axum is second. PJ Evans third. Mason Tessier having a good run, sitting in fourth, and Richie Murray rounding out the top 5. Sixth is Ethan Souza. Jake Johnson is seventh. Ryan Doucette is eighth. Noah Boucher and Tyler Clare round out the top 10. Now, we talked about the Watermark Electric heat winner bonuses. They are not the only bonus that the drivers can get. Anchor Paws Rescue is giving a $20 bonus at each event. Anchor Paws Rescue, if you're looking for a pet, rescue is the way to go. And it's a halfway bonus. So whoever leads at lap 50 gets an extra $20. Trent Goodrow Designs is giving away a free paint scheme to the driver with the least amount of contact in each race. Not an easy thing to do. You can check them out for all your iRacing graphic needs and your racing graphic needs. They are Trent is one of those youngsters who started out in the Mini Cup division over at Seekonk, worked his way up into the Legend cars, runs now with the American Canadian Tour as well. Atlantic Yacht Rigging, global leader in sailboat racing, setup and maintenance. They are giving a hard luck award away for $20 worth at each event. Lucas Milhout, decades of expertise, providing innovative metal joining solutions to connect the world around us. They're giving a 4th place award for each event, $4.44. Now, that's not 4th at the finish. That's 4th at lap 44. Helger's Power Move of the race, sponsored by our friends at Helger's South Coast Power Equipment, a $20 award to the driver that improves the most positions in the feature. Bernier's Liquors Lucky Spot, located in Bridgewater, Mass. It's a family-owned business that has been around for more than 60 years, a $25 award to a randomly selected driver who finishes between 8th and 16th at each event. And the Ryan Kuhn Setup Shop Fast Time Award, given to the driver that posts the fastest single lap qualifying time. Thanks to Ryan and his team for the support on the iRacing Tour. Let's give you the starting lineup for the Barrington Automotive 100. Ethan Souza in that red number 30 will bring the field down. Anthony Bello and the number 51 will join in on the outside. Row number 2 is Ben Amato in car number 3, and Richie Murray in the number 8. Chase Belcher in the 35. Ryan Kuhn in the 72 go off in row number 3. Tyler Alkis in the 89, and P.J. Evans in the 12 make up row number 4, with Tyler Clare in the 40, Tom Axum in the 13 rounding out the top 10. Cody Tripp is 11th in the 23, Steve Bowden in the 64 is 12th, Jake Veneta in the Dave Dion throwback number 29, and Dave Laurie in the number 9 is next up. Mike Hendricks in the 03, and Michael Pernasiglio making his Seekonk Speedway iRacing debut tonight. Nate McComb in the 82, Austin Flanagan in the 67, Noah Boucher in the Wayne Dion throwback 16, Dan Vieira in the 012. Nick Wood in the 05, Reese Bogue in the number 4, Darrell Church in the 04, Elias Dibb in the 11, Mason Tessier in the 42, Jake Johnson in the 15, Trent Goodrow in the 1. Round out the field, and we are underway as they roll off of turn number 2, and Anthony Bello looking for the lead as they go 2 and 3 wide down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. Off the corner they come, and Bello is out front. Here comes Richie Murray looking for that number 2 position as they hit turns 1 and 2. Ryan Kuhn winding up that outside lane, trying to get to the front early as they head down the back straightaway. Fields comes off the corner, and looks like the caution has come out for one machine, and we are slowed up for the first time. Here we sit behind the wheel of Chase Belcher's machine. That's a white number 35, focused in the center of the screen right there. A couple of rules for tonight's race. As we did in our last event at Five Flags Speedway, the drivers can take tires through the event, and it looks like it was Reese Bogue going around in that white number 4. Let's see what happened there. Trent Goodrow right up on the back bumper. Not sure if there was any contact, but as they hit the corner, Wood jams on the brakes. The back end snapped out from underneath, and one of the car gets involved there. Looked like that might have been Darrell Church in the 04. So we are slowed up for the first time. Let's take a look behind the wheel. And a little bit of contact there from behind. Yes, it was. Was Nick Wood. So as we were saying, the drivers are eligible to take tires, but it is not mandatory like it was at Five Flags Speedway. Then you had to take tires. Here, it's your choice, and caution laps are counting as well. Noah Boucher down on pit road, getting his machine. And back out onto the racetrack. So the 51, Anthony Bello is your leader. Richie Murray is second. Ethan Souza sitting in that third position. As the field is getting doubled up, we should go green when they come back around. 100 laps is the distance. And Reese Bogue joining in at the tail end of the field. Number 3 sits fourth on the grid. That is Ben Amato with 35 on the outside there. So 6 out of 100 are complete. Pace truck pulls down to the infield. Bello bringing the field into 3. Getting ready to wind it up one more time. Off the corner, here they go. Up on the throttle, and we are green one more time as they come across the stripe, and it looks like Murray getting a good run up on the outside, hanging tight down into turns 1 and 2. The outside lane was good for Bello the last time. As they come down the back stretch, here they go, and Murray edging out into the top spot. The 72 Kuhn sits third as they go side by side off of 4 to complete lap number 7, and it is Murray at the top of the leaderboard. But for how long? Bello trying to battle back on the inside, but Murray getting the run off at 2. Looks to shut the door, and he does down the back straightaway. Kuhn sits third with 4th, that 30 of Ethan Souza, and look at the battle right behind him. Side-by-side battle, and now Kuhn to the inside of Bello. He's looking for second as they hit turn number 1. Kuhn up into the second position, and here comes P.J. Evans. Evans with a good run down to the inside of Souza. Gets the run off of turn number 4, edges out at the stripe. He's in the number 4 position. Souza back into 5th with a motto right there. Belcher sits in that fight as well. And the 13 of Tom Axum starting to come to life as well. Axum working that bottom lane as Souza gets caught up on the outside, backsliding off of turn number 4. Up front, it continues to be Richie Murray, the reigning Seekonk Sports Truck champion. In that number 8, the youngster, the 3rd generation racer out of Tiverton. In the Helger South Coast Power Equipment Machine, leading the charge with 11 laps complete at the stripe. Ryan Kuhn putting a lot of pressure on the youngster off the corner, while P.J. Evans has moved up into the 3rd spot. Off of turn number 4 they come. They run nose to tail as Jake Veneta had gone around and fallen to the tail end of the field, and he's trying to keep ahead of your leaders. It is still Murray setting the pace. Kuhn sitting 2nd as they hit turn number 3. Kuhn also has become a big factor in iRacing, as he has become one of the top setup drivers or setup guys with iRacing in all types of cars. And we will see how well he does in the setups when we get to our next event, which is Langley Speedway, when we will run the Legend cars at our next event. And then from there, we'll go to late model racing in Las Vegas and close out our season. Here comes Tom Axum now with a move to the inside. He's up inside the top 5 now as they come off of turn number 4 and down to the stripe. Bello still sitting in that 4th spot, but he's lost a little bit of ground to the top 3 as P.J. Evans has closed that gap to the top 2. He's only a couple of car lengths behind. There's the 13 of Axum working on the back bumper of Bello with a motto about 3 car lengths behind. Axum down to the inside, edges down low, looking for that 4th position down off the corner. They go side by side down the back straightaway, and Axum has the advantage into turn number 3. He'll take the spot away. Amato trying to fill the hole in down to the inside, doesn't have enough room, and he'll settle in back behind. Field starting to string itself out. 17 laps out of 100 are complete as they circle the Speedway here at South Boston. Into turn number 3 and 4 they go, and Bello slides up the racetrack just a little bit, trying to find a little bit more speed in that number 51. Trent Goodrow working his way up through the field as he is already up inside the top 15 after starting scratch on the grid. And there he works down the inside. It's Mason Tessier on the number 42 down low. In front of them, that battle there. Here comes Amato taking a look to the inside of Bello. He shuts the door and he settles him back behind the 35 of Belcher, hanging on there as he works that bottom lane as well. Reese Bogue -1 to the leaders as they thunder by up on the outside. And now we've got a pass for 5th. Amato down on the inside, taking the spot away. Bello got up. Here comes Souza trying to make it 3 wide. He settles it in. Bello way high up into the corners as they go side by side off of turn number 2. Amato has the advantage. Souza trying to fill the hole in down to the inside. He becomes the tail that wags the dog, and down low he goes off of turn number 4. Amato slides up, closes off the momentum of Bello. Souza down to the inside, looking for that position there, and behind him he's got Mason Tessier, who started way back in the grid, trying to make his way up towards the top of the field. We are almost at the quarter mark of this event, and it continues to be Richie Murray at the top of the field, but this is where the big action is. the 51 of Bello, the 30 of Souza. Souza throws it in hard and deep as they race side by side behind them. Mason Tessier down on the inside. And I believe that's the 40 of Leclerc working up top there. And Bello continues to hold off the 30 of Souza. He's hit the quarter mark. Lap number 25 as they cross the stripe that time. Murray Kuhn in trouble into the corner. One car sideways, slides up against the wall. Another car gets involved. Two cars up into turn number 2, and we are slowed up for the second time. Both cars able to pull away under their own power. And 26 laps in, we're under our second yellow of this event. That's the 23 machine. He gets tapped from behind and spun up the corner. That's Cody Tripp up into the corner and trying to determine who that other car is. Is that Mason Tessier that was also involved? No, that was the 33. So slowed up for the second time as the field sits behind the pace truck. Richie Murray will have to try to hold off the charges of Ryan Kuhn when we get ready to go. With PJ Evans third, fourth is Tom Axum, with Ben Amato rounding out the top 5. So we'll be into the lap 30s. When we get ready to go. Our next event coming up in just a couple of weeks, the 22nd of this month, 25th, excuse me, when we go to Langley Speedway and run the Legend cars. Barrington Automotive will take title sponsorship of that one, and Helger's South Coast Power Equipment out of Westport will close out our season at the Las Vegas Bull Ring with the late models. So just 14 laps away from the Lucas Milhout $4.44 bonus. And the field is bunched up behind the iRacing pace truck. Be lap number 32 when we get back up and running. Ryan Kuhn on the outside of Richie Murray. Off the corner, Richie gets a great jump on the restart, and Kuhn has to settle in back behind as we head down into turns 1 and 2. Axum trying to get the run to the outside of PJ Evans, and Evans holding off the charges down into turn number 3. Kuhn settles right up on the back bumper. A little tap off the corner. Murray hangs on and leads the charge at lap number 33. With now PJ Evans on his tail, top 4 nose to tail down the back straightaway. Into the corner they go. The 8 of Murray sets the pace. Kuhn takes a look to the outside, looks for a crossover off the corner. Murray's able to hold on and shut the door down across the stripe as they hit turn 1. Kuhn again takes a look up top, settles it in off the corner. Down to the bottom he goes, looking for the lead. Sneaks in down low, and again Murray is able to shut the door. One more time across the stripe, Murray continues to lead the charge. The third generation racer leading Ryan Kuhn, with P.J. Evans and Tom Axum third and fourth. A cluster off the corners. And Evans takes a look to the inside of Kuhn. Kuhn holds him off as they hit the corner. 35 laps up on the board. And now's the time you start looking to see if the tires are still holding on. Murray pushing it hard around the racetrack off of turn number 4. And now Axum going to work on Evans. Takes a look down low. Gets the run into 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, Evans shuts the door one more time. Now, if you're wondering why Tom Axum's number 13 and Ryan Kuhn's number 72 look alike, if you haven't caught any of our 2021 iRacing road trip tour, well, they're teammates. Burn Your Liquors is the proud sponsor on both of those machines. And they have all but dominated the season so far this year. Here comes Kuhn down to the inside. And Murray shuts the door one more time. Murray with a big push into the corner, drove it in hard and deep, and that could have cost them as they hit turn number 3. There'll be 39 laps complete this time. Kuhn again taking a look down to the inside, but Murray is able to gain the momentum off the corner and hold off. Top 4 continue nose to tail across the stripe. Axum putting a lot of pressure on P.J. Evans as they hit turns 1 and 2. Axum settling it in. You've got to wonder, since we're at lap number 41 this time, does he stay in 4th, collect that bonus from Lucas Milhout, and then start pushing it again? Or does he try to get that 3rd spot now? We'll see what happens. There's only 3 laps away there. Right now, it continues to be Richie Murray. He's looking for that halfway bonus of $20 from Hank Kapoor's rescue. And we're into yellow for the 3rd time. And a couple of cars together. Noah Boucher is involved with that one on the inside wall. Let's see if we can't determine what happened as we go back. There's several cars involved. As we take a look from here, and they're already scattered, 3, 4, 5 cars. The 28 is involved. Here we go. The 28 up in the wall, and it looks like the 03 of Hendricks gets involved. The 11, the 05 of Wood, the 16 of Boucher, all getting collected in that one. As we take a look from behind the wheel of Elias Stibbs' machine. And up on 2 wheels he goes after getting nailed by the 16. I believe the 28 is Nate McComb. The 33 of Michael Pernasiglio. There's the 03 of Mike Henricks, the 11 of Dibb getting involved, the 05 of Wood, the 16 of Boucher, all getting collected into that corner underneath the SunbeltRentals.com billboard. The 89 of Tyler Elkis down on pit road as we have hit the 44th lap. And our leader, Richie Murray, has elected to pit for tires, and that gives that fourth position to Mason Tessier, collecting the bonus. So it'll be Ryan Kuhn bringing the field down, with P.J. Evans lined up on the outside. Tom Axum and Mason Tessier, row number 2, the 3 of Benamato, the 30 of Ethan Souza. So we're one more lap under yellow. And so much for Murray trying to hold on for that halfway bonus as the handles were starting to go away. We'll see what he can do with fresh tires coming up through the field. 35 of Chase Belcher, also on pit road. So the halfway will be coming down to the green, and who will lead it at the stripe? Will Evans get the run on the outside and pick up the Ankapora's Rescue halfway bonus, or will it go to Ryan Kuhn in the number 72? And the 29 of Jake Veneta getting the lucky dog, and he'll join in at the tail end of the field. So coming down for the halfway, and we are still under yellow, so that means Kuhn will get the halfway bonus. Kyle Souza making sure that the lineup is all set and ready to go, and everybody in their proper restart position. So again, let's take a look at the championship standings coming into tonight. Ryan Kuhn with 140 points, 144 points. Tom Axum with 130. P.J. Evans is third, only 2 points back, and with 128. It's another 10 points back to Mason Tessier in fourth, with Richie Murray rounding out the top five with 116. So he's only 2 points out of that number 4 spot. Ethan Souza, Jake Johnson, Ryan Doucette, Noah Boucher, and Tyler Clear round out the top 10. A couple more cars still out of line and getting put back into their proper starting position. So now the pace truck pulls down to the infield, and we are ready to go when they come off of turn number 4. Ryan Kuhn and PJ Evans rolling off the corner, and what a jump Kuhn gets over the field. He leads it down with his teammate Tom Axum sliding up into the number 2 spot as they come off of turn number 2. A little bit loose off the corner as Kuhn gathers it back in. Evans pushing hard on the 13, taking a look down to the inside. Doesn't have enough there as he settles it in back behind. Down to turn 1. Fourth place runner right now is that number 42 of Mason Tessier. We are back under yellow very quickly. Let's see if we can't see exactly what happened with this one. And the 28 getting into the 16. Boucher getting around, collecting that 28, and the 11 getting involved as well. So some hard racing deep in the field as they try to just gain some laps. And that's behind the wheel of the 16 of Noah Boucher. The 05 of Nick Wood going around the field and to the tail end. So we're under our 4th yellow of this event. Having some trouble all of a sudden getting some laps in. Ryan Kuhn, Tom Axum, 1 and 2. The teammates will bring the field down with PJ Evans 3rd. Mason Tessier, Ben Amato, Steve Bowden up to 6th. Having a smooth run in that number 64. Anthony Bello still up there in the top 10. We take a peek down at the back of that screen. You see the 1 of Trent Goodrow. Right now, our mover of the race Helga's power move of the race, the driver that improves the most position right now, looks like that would be Mason Tessier, who sits 4th on the field. He started back in the just about the tail end of the field and has worked himself up inside the top 4. Ben Amato rounds out the top 5. PJ Evans 3rd, Tom Axum 2nd, Ryan Kuhn getting ready to lead the field off of turn number 4. 60 laps have been complete. Here we go one more time. Back up on the throttle, and Kuhn gets the jump, sets the pace down into the corner, with Axum settling into 2nd. PJ Evans edging out, taking over the 3rd position. As Tessier tries to hold on a 4th, here comes Amato down to the inside. Amato looking for some running room, and we are back under yellow. See if we can't see what happened deep in the field. And that was looked like the 33 machine, Tyler Clear, up on two wheels for a moment there. The 8 of Richie Murray. Up there's the 23 getting involved. The 88 gets sideways, and Tough having at it at the tail end of the field. So the 23 and the 33 getting together. The 29 of Veneta get involved. The 35 of Belcher also getting caught up in that. Richie Murray just sneaking on by through that one. And Dave Laurie making it through. So a flurry of cautions as we have gotten just past the halfway point. In the Barrington Automotive 100 here at South Boston Speedway. So now the question beckons. Do you pit for tires if you haven't already? So far, no takers under this caution. 35 laps remain. You got to wonder, with 20 cars, 19 cars in the lead lap, you pit now, you're deep in the field, and the way these cautions have been dropping, it could be havoc trying to get back up through the pack, and we're seeing that with the 8 of Richie Murray. Tom Axum has gone and taken advantage of that. He will try to make it up to the field. He is now in the 17th, 16th position. Has his work cut out for him. Pace truck down to the infield. P.J. Evans lined up on the outside of Ryan Kuhn. Ready to take off of turn number 4. They hit the apex of the corner coming down to the stripe. Evans looking for a little bit of an advantage, but it is Kuhn taking off and Mason Tessier taking over the number 2 spot. Evans back to 3rd, and here comes the 64 of Bowden down to the inside looking for 4th, and he's got Goodrow on his tail through the field. The 3 of Amato caught up on the outside as they come off the 4. Behind them, they're side by side. The 89 working that bottom lane, and that is Tyler Alkis. Underneath, Anthony Bello with the number 51 as they hit the corner. Goodrow slides up underneath Ben Amato as they come off of turn number 4. Amato up on the outside, able to hold on to the spot at the stripe, but can he keep it rolling? 68 laps are complete, and battle for second heating up as well as we keep an eye on this battle. 89 of Alkis. And behind them, they still go side by side. Boucher way up high on the outside, 3 wide through the corner as Veneta gets to run in down to the inside. Up front, Ryan Kuhn continues to set the pace. Second place is Mason Tessier, P.J. Evans 3rd, and they have broken away from the 4th place runner, Steve Bowden. Goodrow rounds out the top 5. Tyler Alkis, Ben Amato, Ethan Souza, Anthony Bello, and Richie Murray are top 10. Mike Hendricks is 11th. Johnson is up to 12th. Axum 13th. Veneta and Boucher round out the top 15 cars. Belcher is 16th. Flanagan, Tyler Leclerc, Laurie is 19th with Cody Tripp 20th. Elias Dibb is 21st, the last car on the lead lap. Kuhn setting the pace with a 3-car length advantage off of turn number 2. field stretching itself out, getting themselves into a little bit of a rhythm now. There's some action there. Richie Murray down to the inside of Ethan Souza. And look at Axum trying to make some noise. Gets into the three of Amato. Those two make contact. The 03 is involved as well. Johnson slides through there. And we're back under yellow one more time. This time for Tom Axum getting into the back bumper of Mike Henricks in the 03. Here we are behind Ben Amato in the 3. There's Axum down low, trying to sneak a peek, and just runs out of racing room as they battled for position deep in the field. Let's take a look at another look there. Let's Jeffrey's got a setup. There's Axum taking a look to the outside, dives down to the inside. Amato trying to get a run to the inside of Anthony Bello in the corner, and there they make contact as the 13 jumped the curb. The 03 of Mike Henricks gets involved as well, and the 15 of Jake Johnson just squeezes in through the inside lane. And you can see the battle scars on the number 13. So we are 3/4 of the way through this event. We've had, well, since we've hit lap number 40, I think about half the last 35 laps have been run under caution. Kuhn are realizing that the track position is that important here tonight. Staying out at the top of the leaderboard. Mason Tessier having a good run in that number 2 spot. From 25th to 2nd so far. "27 cars have taken the green here tonight. And the 1 of Trent Goodrow has moved himself up into 4th. So between Tessier and Goodrow, they have both tied right now for the Helger South Coast Power Equipment move of the race. And how about Steve Bowden? Up into 3rd, PJ Evans is elected to take tires here. Richie Murray back up inside the top 5. The 13 of Axum up to 7th. And we are 21 laps away from the checkered flag. And here we go, down into turn number 1. Battle for that 3rd position side by side, as here comes Trent Goodrow up into 3rd. Kuhn sets the pace. Tessier sits 2nd. 3rd is Goodrow after starting scratch. And Bowden has a battle on his hands. He's got Tom Axum on the inside, the 8 of Richie Murray on the outside. They come off the corner, and Axum gets the run in down low. He takes the 4th spot away. Here comes Richie Murray to fill the hole. They come off the corner, side by side, give Murray the spot. Trouble for Amato as he goes around into the inside wall. One of the car involved there as well, and we are back under yellow. Two cars get caught up. As they came off the corner. And was that the 30 of Ethan Souza that got caught up and they come off the corner? There's Benamato in that black, red, and white number 3 as he got sideways. Back end started to snap out from underneath them. And as he caught it, it slid down to the infield. And let's take a look behind the wheel of Ethan Souza as they head down into the corner. And yep, the 3 of Amato, as he tried to gather it back in, it caught, slid him down to the inside, and that's where they caught it. Let's take a look from the inside of Ben Amato's car. They go into the middle of the corner, gets a little bit loose. You can see him really forcing it, and a big push in the corner. And this is the time of the race where you look at the tires, and as they get worn, you saw him really turning the wheel hard to the left, and that means the car had a push. It means the front end just wanted to keep going straight, even though the wheel was turned to the left. And originally we thought it was loose, but it was overcompensating. As he was turning to the left hard, eventually it caught, and when it caught, that's when he came down the racetrack and across the nose of the 30 of Ethan Souza. So Ryan Kuhn, Mason Tessier, Trent Goodrow are your top 3. Tom Axum up to 4th, with Richie Murray rounding out the top 5. Now, Axum was up into the number 2 spot before he decided to pit. Richie Murray was leading when he pit earlier as well. Steve Bowden has worked himself up nice through the field after starting 22nd on the field. And the 89 of Tyler Alkis, who started 7th, currently sits 6th on the grid. 51 of Anthony Bello is next in line. You got the 35 of Chase Belcher, the 28, the 15 of Jake Johnson right there in the fight. And Noah Boucher sitting 12th on the field. 28, that is Austin Flanagan, renumbered from 67. So it'll be a 12-lap shootout as we get ready to go. Ryan Kuhn, Mason Tessier, Trent Goodrow, Tom Axum, Richie Murray, your top 5. Steve Bowden is 6th. They come off turn number 4, and Kuhn takes off like a rocket down into turn number 1. The 42 sits in the number 2 spot. Mason Tessier having a great run there, while Tom Axum looks for 3rd. Trent Goodrow back to 4th. Richie Murray trying to make himself back up towards the podium as he works that outside lane. Side by side with Goodrow into turns 1 and 2. The 89 of Alkis right there in that fight as well. They come off of turn number 4 and back under yellow. PJ Evans in the 12, deep in the pack. Let's see if we can't determine what happened. The 15 of Jake Johnson is involved in this one. So let's take a look there as he heads down the backstretch. And Richie Murray gets slowed up. The 64 of Bowden slowed up. And Johnson tried to sneak on by and made some contact and finds himself up in the wall. Johnson trying to squeeze on through, making contact with the 64 of Bowden. And there's Richie Murray coming up off of turn number 2. Gets loose, bounces off the wall, and slows up as the field thunders by. You're under 10 to go in the Barrington Automotive 100. Now, we do get, if we get down close with the caution laps, we do have 2 attempts at a green-white checker. And by the rate this is going, we just may hit that. So it'll be Kuhn, Tessier, Axum, Goodrow, your top 4. Alka's rounding out the top 5. Belcher up to 6th. Flanagan is 7th. As the pace truck pulls away, 5-lap shootout to settle this one. As we roll off of turn number 4, and here they come. The 72 of Kuhn gets a great run. Axum fills the hole underneath as Tessier gets caught up high. Goodrow trying to take that spot away, but Tessier shuts the door. Trouble for Flanagan as he slows up and drops a whole bunch of positions up front. It is the 72 of Ryan Kuhn. Tom Axum sitting 2nd. Here is trouble for the 67, for the 28, as 2 cars collect into that one. Let's see who those other 2 machines were. And there you have the 28. 1 car getting sideways. Everybody jacking up. There's Flanagan up into the wall. The 12 of P.J. Evans is the first car to make contact. Who was that second machine that was up in the air and on 2 wheels? There's Evans, and here comes, was that the 03 of Mike Henricks? Was that last car involved? So it's going to come down to a green-white checker run. See where the smoke got in his eyes and could not see what was transpiring in front of him. So the field doubling up one more time. Teammates at the top of the field. Now don't forget, Tom Axum has fresher tires, but how much damage has he incurred coming up through the field? You can see the scrapes and the marks. You got to wonder, Ryan might be in the running for that free paint scheme, courtesy of Trent Goodrow Designs, for the least amount of contact throughout this event. He's been running up towards the front most of the event, most of this race. Everybody else has been jockeying back and forth for position. Green, white checker. One more time under caution. Kuhn trying to pad his points lead. Axum trying to cut into it here tonight. Tessier and Goodrow in row number 2. Alkis rounding out the top 5. Chase Belcher sitting 6th on the restart. 7th is Richie Murray in the number 8. And you got Anthony Bello in the 51. The 23 of Cody Tripp. 16 of Noah Boucher rounding out the top 10. Field squeezes in tight. Kuhn and Axum. Tessier and Goodrow. Off of turn number 4. Down to the restart zone. There's the start. And Axum gets a good run on the outside. Hangs tight with Kuhn. They roll side by side down into 1. Axum slides back. Here comes Tessier down to the inside, trying to take away that number 2 spot. Edges out down underneath as they come through off of turn number 4. 2 to go this time. Tessier a little bit sideways, gathers it back in as they hit turn number 1. The leader single file through the corners, and off of turn number 2 they come. Kuhn, Axum, Tessier. 1, 2, 3. Goodrow is 4th. Takes a look down to the inside of Mason. Tessier battle for 3rd off of 4 with the white flag in the air. Final time around. Into 1 and 2. Ryan Kuhn leads the charge. Axum loose through the corner, gathering it back in. Tessier sideways through the corner, gathers it and up against the wall. And the leaders roll down into 3 and 4. This one's going to be complete, and it will be Ryan Kuhn taking down the win. 2nd place going to Tom Axum. 3rd place to Mason Tessier. To Trent Goodrow, excuse me. So we'll have to wait for the official finish in this one, but a wild run here. South Boston for the Super Late models. Ryan Kuhn doing his burnouts and celebrating his win, sitting it into victory lane one more time. All right, so let's give you it is Kuhn, Axum, Tessier, your top 3, Goodrow and Belcher, your top 5. We're at Myrtle Beach. I've been saying this South Boston. Boy, am I off the mark. South Boston was earlier this year. Myrtle Beach, the late Myrtle Beach Speedway, where Ryan Kuhn takes down the win. Thanks for pointing that out, Kyle. You could have done that a little bit ago. And let's go down to talk to our 3rd place finisher as victory lane ensues. And we've got our 3rd place finisher, Mason Tessier. Mason, congratulations on a great run from 25th to 3rd tonight.
Yeah, thank you. That was pretty difficult.
Now you were able to work your way through the field pretty quickly here tonight and get up towards the top 7, top 5. Little by little, you were able to get up towards the front. You were 2nd at one point. Did you have anything for that number 72?
Kuhn's always fast. I'm always one step behind him, it seems. But I really like the super late model cars on here. It's really racy. It's really like real life, and I feel like I have a good advantage with them. It was pretty bread and butter getting one by one all the way up to the front.
Now, did you have any thoughts about pitting and taking on tires about halfway through the race, or did you think that track position was going to be more key?
Honestly, I was really thinking about it. 75 in, 25 to go, but Ryan kept telling me He said, "You're an idiot if you pit." And I was like, "All right, I'll listen to you." And it ended up working in my favor.
Worked out pretty well, and we'll have to wait for the final results as far as that move of the race for biggest growers from 25th to third. Now we go from here to the legend cars, more into your wheelhouse, if you will, when we go to Langley. How much are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I've had that one circled since they released the schedule. That ought to be fun. Langley's really loose. If it's a daytime session, it'll be really cool having it slip and sliding everywhere. I like racing like that with the legend on here. That ought to be a lot of fun.
How much practice have you done so far with the legend cars down there?
It's honestly not too much. Uh, I've been this super late model. I try to focus 1 week at a time. I was doing this most of this week.
Well, congratulations on a great third place run tonight. A good job hanging tough with the some of the top runners on iRacing.
All right, thank you.
Mason Tessier, our third place finisher here tonight, and he is looking forward to heading to Langley, getting behind the wheels of that legend car. And good run for him. From here, we go to our second place finisher, Tom Axum. Tom, a little bit of a wild ride for you tonight.
Yeah, definitely a little wild ride. Tried to see if we could take tires and have some sort of an advantage and see if that could be the thing to take down the 72. But while we were coming through, got in a little bit of trouble, and I think that's what caused me to finish second instead of having something for the Ryan. But all in all, can't be mad with a 1-2 finish with the boss.
Now, coming up through the field, you got when you did get into those couple of incidents, did you sit there and go, "Why did I pit?"
Yeah, I thought that at first, but since I already got the tires on it and there's nothing else I can do, it's just to go forward from there. So every single time there was a caution or an incident, I wouldn't even think about it. I would just say, what do I got to do to get up there and just keep chunking forward. And once I passed Richie, who was on fresh tires as well, felt really good. But that little bit of damage plays big effects even on a short track like that.
Now, how worn did the tires get on you, or did you think you could see? Did it really make that much of a difference after you pitted?
It made a little bit of a difference, but it wouldn't make a difference in anything less than probably a 3, 4, 5 lap run because the tires are cold. So those older tires are just faster, even though they're older. They're just faster for the first five, and just having small 5 lap runs definitely would be key to be on the old tires. And we learned that tonight, and just go forward with that from there.
A great run through the field to put on a lot of excitement coming up through the pack, and a great run for second.
Thank you. Just a quick shout out to my teammate Ryan Kuhn for the win. That's two in a row for him. That's 3 1-2s in a row. Tessier with a powerful P3 finish. It's a 1-2-3 with Chase Belcher finishing fifth. That's huge. Being in Discord with him, just cracking jokes all race, and for him to come up finish fifth, that's good for him. Awesome top five. Huge shout out to Peter Bernier. These paint schemes are unreal. It looks awesome. Bernier's obviously shining bright. Got the RKM all over it. Ryan Q setup shop. If you need anything help on iRacing. Shout out to my grandparents who are watching this. Shout out to Kyle Souza for putting all his time into getting all the sponsors and all the time, and just you guys up in the booth for taking your time and helping us out.
It's been a lot of fun, Tom. I can guarantee you that, and looking forward to the legends. Now, how are you looking forward to the legend cars the next race?
That should be my bread and butter. That's a good combo for me, so definitely should be up front for that one.
Looking forward to it. Congratulations, a great runner-up finish tonight, Tom.
Thank you, sir.
That's Thomas Axum, our second place runner, and just waiting for our winner, Ryan Kuhn, who has just rolled into us. Ryan, this is becoming a habit for you.
Yeah, we're trying to get used to it. That's 3 in a row for RKM for top 2 finishes, so I'm happy with that.
Now, was there any point in there you decided, you know what, the track position is more important than fresher tires, or did you start to regret not taking the fresh rubber?
Um, I even told Tom. I told him I don't think it's a good idea to pit, and one reason is that I look back at the Snowball Derby race back in December. This is a similar tire model, so it seemed like the older cool tires were faster than the newer cool tires, and it was kind of weird. But I mean, it's kind of how it works. If you get caution after caution after caution, they eventually even out. And I think that's what really played into my hand. I think if we had a long green flag run, I think he could have got me, but we never got that long green flag run, and the tires just kept cooling down and cooling down and cooling down. And we were eventually even.
Now, from here, we go to Langley with the Legend cars. How excited are you for that?
I mean, I'm not the greatest at the Legends cars. Tom's definitely really good at the Legends cars. He's figured those things out, especially in the fixed setup. But I like Langley. I think that'll be a fun place. It's actually pretty similar to Seekonk. If depends how you drive it, but it's definitely very similar to Seekonk. So that'll be fun.
Now, as we ran through tonight's event, and the last 2/3 of the event were probably 50-50 caution and green flag. How frustrating was it to get a good run and have to slow up and restart all over again?
I mean, it was a little frustrating, but as I kept thinking about it, the tires kept evening out, so it really played into everyone who stayed out on tire or stayed out on old tires. I think what was it? Five of the four, three of the top five were on older tires at the end of the race, so it really played into our hands.
Well, I know you're having a lot of fun with this iRacing. You got the RKM setup shop going on. A lot of work behind the scenes getting these ready. So, how much work are you putting in to the different setups, to the different types of cars that we've run this year?
Uh, yeah, we're putting in a lot of effort and time. First thing that schedule came out, we were right on it. Started off with the super late model and the late model stock, and we actually had to delay them because we thought we could find more speed in them, and we did. And I'm very happy with the way they turned out. And now I feel like we've been running that official, not official, but it's on the iRacing official page, the new super late model series that's up right now for week 13. And I really think that's helped our program a lot, testing and getting really going with this new super late model. And all the days off of work I've had because all the automotive industries are slow. And um, yeah, I really think that's played into our setup shop's advantage.
Well, I know you got some people behind you that have really kept you going in this.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Bernier's Liquors, Peter Bernier out of Bridgewater, Mass. Everett's Auto Parts, Modern Auto Body, Front Stretch Mafia, Bill's Tire Barn, Trent Goodrow Designs, um, Casey Kustra for really helping help out with the website, and I'm very blessed that the setup shop's going the way it's going.
All right, Ryan, congratulations. Another win. A little bit more padding at the top of the championship standings with 2 to go. And good luck in the next 2.
Thank you.
Ryan Kuhn, our winner here tonight. Second place, Tom Axum, Mason Tessier, third, Trent Goodrow, fourth, Chase Belcher. Rounding out the top 5 at Myrtle Beach with the super late models. We are back in just 2 weeks. On the 25th, we go to Langley. We'll be running the Legend cars. And from there, we close out the 2021 iRacing Road Trip Tour for Seekonk at the Las Vegas. I said lost, didn't I? Las Vegas Bull Ring with the late models taking center stage. So yeah, he almost did it again. Thanks, Kyle. From Myrtle Beach, a big thanks to Kyle and Jeff Souza who have put this together for us. Had a lot of fun here tonight. Good broadcasting from Jeff getting everything together. And hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Don't forget